Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do a presentation on the epidemic of gun violence. The course objective my presentation is going to fulfill is to demonstrate an understanding of concepts of individual rights and personal liberty. First of all, anyone would admit that preventable deaths are the ones that haunt people the most. These lives are lost needlessly when they could have been saved. There have been many gun violence cases that have sparked government officials to reevaluate and place stricter gun laws to reduce the number of incidents. Now, before I talk about where and why gun violence occurs, I want to explain to you what it actually is. I believe that gun violence is any gun that is used in an unlawful way, causing harm or death intentionally or accidentally. After reading and hearing about several gun violence tragedies, what I can conclude is that gun violence could occur anywhere. It could be a place that's considered dangerous or even a safe area. Most incidents are considered homicides performed by those who are mentally ill, children who have been abused or bullied, and even law enforcement officials. Today, the United States stands at the top for the most mass shootings in the world, which I believe is very unfortunate, but it is due to society's influence on citizens. I just wanted to talk about previous cases of gun violence in the United States. So on April 20th, 1999, students Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold began shooting at fellow students at Columbine High School in Littleton, Colorado. Unfortunately, they had ended up killing 13 people and wounding 20 others before turning their guns on themselves and committing suicide. There were many speculations as to why these students had committed the killings. However, none of these accusations have been proven. The first theory is that they had been a part of a social outcast group called the Trenchcoat Mafia, which focused on the goth culture, and it was believed that these two students were bullied for being a part of this group. Another accusation was that they had been influenced by video games and music that they listened to. They chose their victims at random, regardless if they were sport jocks, minorities, or race. And their retaliation to these belief theories was gun violence, which had severely affected families of those killed, as well as the community in general. Another gun violence case occurred on December 14th, 2012 in Newtown, Connecticut, when Adam Lanza opened fire at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Sadly, he ended up killing 6 staff members, 20 students, and even his own mother, who worked at the school, before turning the gun on himself. Adam was a merely shy child growing up and lived a solitary childhood. It is stated that Adam Lanza was mentally ill and his mother did not seek medical attention for his condition, but instead she just wanted to accommodate his disabilities. Adam's mother also trained him to use a gun, so he had easy access to 3 types of guns at home. The guns were legally bought and registered by a family member of Adam's. His motive to shoot up Sandy Hook Elementary remains a mystery, but since he was diagnosed with obsessive-compulsive disorder, one of his obsessions was school shootings. While it is unclear why Adam decided to target Sandy Hook Elementary, the tragedy terribly affected the community, and it still leaves loved ones of those killed in the incident forever shocked. The last of many gun violence cases that I will be discussing is one that occurred on February 26th, 2012, when a neighborhood watch captain by the name of George Zimmerman opened fire in a neighborhood in Sanford, Florida. Unfortunately, Zimmerman killed a 17-year-old African-American male by the name of Trayvon Martin, who was walking in a neighborhood to visit his father. As Zimmerman viewed Trayvon walking in the neighborhood, he called 911 to report a suspicious person walking through the neighborhood. As neighborhood watch captain, Zimmerman is instructed to not get out of his vehicle nor approach any suspicious persons, yet he decided to disobey these rules. Several moments later, neighbors reported that they had heard gunshots. When Zimmerman acknowledged that he had shot Martin, he claimed that it was self-defense because Martin straddled him and punched him. However, Martin was not armed. Zimmerman was pleaded not guilty because there was not enough evidence to claim that he had killed Trayvon, because Zimmerman was deprived of his rights and because of Martin's race. This incident is yet another prime example of gun violence that leaves citizens around the country outraged. As there are several cases of gun violence that have occurred, I truly believe that it is treatable. I mean, not to say that there have been more strict rules put in place since these gun violence affairs have occurred. There could be even stricter laws enforced that could eliminate gun violence forever. I think gun safety should be established to the point where there should be a mandatory training and licensing class, along with multiple safe and secure gun storages. I don't think that the training class should be a one-time occurrence. I think those who own guns should undergo a periodic training class to remind them of the rules and regulations when using a gun and to renew their gun permits. Furthermore, I think more mental health treatment should be provided. Gun ownership has been increasing, therefore, I think more mental health services should be provided to support families, children, and communities by providing high quality treatment. Finally, I also think background check rules should be expanded when one is looking to buy a gun or possibly not allow these guns to go beyond the battlefield for those who are not law enforcement officials to make gun violence incidents, a thing of the past. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week.